All right. Please, 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 please tell me that you can hear me. Man, this light's messing up again. God dog. What is this thing doing? Ugh. Okay, you can hear me fine? Alright, cool. Sweet. Other than this light, this LED light right here, changing color on its own. Hey, Ed, what a wild year it has been. Yeah, it's very true. It's very true. Yep. You're officially a YouTuber? You a YouTuber? You got you growing you a community over there? So yeah, this has been a crazy year. And here's the thing. It's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse from here. Man, I got to do some cleaning, bro. I got crap I got shit everywhere. So what are y'all doing on this Sunday? Anybody doing anything fun? Let me go into here so I can show you guys something real quick. So something that is funny that has been happening to me is I've been getting more of these. I've been getting more of these people sending me these notices, right? About how I'm using other people's content and all this crap. And people are going to copyright claim my content. And I'm like, ugh, man, you gotta be kidding me, bro. Come on now. Let's see. Is it this one? Let's see. Maybe this was it. Let's mute the sound. Let's see. Okay, let's go to full screen. Alright. So, let's see. Really? Alright, let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Wow. So that wasn't there? Really? Oh, wow. Okay. So I'm mistaken. Okay. Okay. Alright. 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 So I think this coming week, man, I've got a lot of stuff on deck. So I'm about getting ready to wrap up the Browie solar generator video or review. I'm getting very close to wrapping that up. I did some stuff today, and I'm doing some testing currently on the unit, and I've got one like time-lapse usage thing to do that I'm probably going to start tomorrow, and it's going to go for a full 24 hours. So after that, I can wrap up that video and get it edited and published, which that's actually like an actual review. You know, I'm actually reviewing something. So, you know, go figure. All right, give me just a second. I'm going to mess with this light right here because it makes me look like orange and... Just give me a second. I'm not going far, though. I'm just going right around the corner. Alright, I think that's about as good as it's gonna get. I don't understand it, man. Like, these LED panels have worked, like, flawlessly, right? And then just, like, all of a sudden, they just decide, like, hey, we're not gonna work. You know, they start changing colors and it's doing shit on their own. I don't get it. I mean, I get it that, you know, they were cheap. You know, there were Amazon specials, but still, it's no excuse. It's no excuse for these things not to work. Let me, I'm trying to find something. I want to kind of tell you guys of some stuff that, that I got going on. At least I thought I was. I guess I'm not. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Scott? Craig. And Ed. So, yeah, what are y'all doing? Are y'all doing anything other than watching YouTube? You know, let me ask you guys something for real. You know, when I'm at work, okay, you know, I put in, I got these little cheap, you know, earbuds, and I listen because I do have YouTube Premium, which Scott, you know, immediately upon getting the email that apparently YouTube Premium is going up in price, he immediately commented on one of my videos, and I was like, yeah, I just got an email talking about how they're jacking up the price of YouTube Premium. So yeah, I'm not real happy about that. But the one thing YouTube Premium allows you to do, it allows you to play YouTube on your phone in the background, because you can play YouTube and you can darken the phone and the YouTube will still play. So, and also you can download videos without any, you know, Ripper program or whatever. So I like YouTube Premium, and plus, you know, you get YouTube Music, you know, thrown in there. So I like it, right? But yeah, I don't know if I like it since they're gonna price gouge you. You know, I don't know how much I like that. It kind of sucks. Okay, here we go. This is what I was looking for right here. Okay, so you guys may or may not know, you know, we have a lot of vehicles. My family, my brother and everything, got a lot of vehicles. And here recently, my wife, I think I'm going to buy one of the Jeeps from my brother for my wife, because she's been driving it she's been driving it this whole week. And I'm going to show you the Jeep. Okay, I'm going to show you the Jeep. Wow. Why am I in the middle of the screen? I don't need to be in the middle of the screen. I'll go down here in the corner. All right. Okay, so this was like a show that we put on, or we co-sponsored, and then we kind of put on this show. It was for a school, And oh no, everybody act normal.
Okay, so I just came to say hi, and I was gonna take over the thing. So hi. Did you upload the video we did yet?
Not yet.
They wanted it.
Okay.
To do it.
Okay, look. Okay, wait. We gotta handle it. Okay, this one here. She got me this morning. Okay, when I got up, my wife had the day off, but she had to go into work on her day off. So she was asking me some questions about some stuff. So I ended up going to her work and helping her do some stuff. So when I got back, this little thing right here, she got me to do a treat box.
That was yesterday.
Oh yeah, it was yesterday. My bad. I'm sorry. My days are blending together. It was yesterday. So we did one of the snack boxes. And matter of fact, we have two more over there. We got a Sanrio, and what was the other one? It was just a regular Japan crate box. So we got two more to do. So we did that video, and I've got to edit it still so I can put it up. What's up, 556? You checking in for a minute, so you're probably already gone. Gray Dawn, what's up? Okay, so yeah, so we did a snack box video, which I got to edit. Okay. What did you do that for? Now.
The string was gonna come undone.
Okay, well you.
Gonna remake it.
Okay, let's do this because these things will go everywhere.
Yeah, that's why I was gonna grab them.
And
take them away.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
There you go, baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna take them away.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so what was I saying? Okay, so yeah, we did a video, a snack box video, blah 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 blah. Okay, so now back to this what I was saying. Let me get back. Okay, all right. So, my brother's got a lot of Jeeps. Okay, I do not have the money to do that. To do all this stuff that you see right here, all this stuff over here. I don't have the money to do this because this crap is really expensive. And bro, come on. I got a wife, I got kids, I got dogs. We have a Disney and Universal Studios addiction, so yeah, it's very expensive. So this Jeep right here, this is Mayhem. Okay, this is a Gladiator that is really, really fun. Like, I love this Jeep right here. I normally, under normal circumstances, I don't like Gladiators. Like, just seeing Gladiators, in the wild, I think they're ugly. But when you customize them like this, it's got a lift, it's got really big rims and tires, and different hood, body armor, all the crap on the back, the grill, it looks really good. Like, I really like this Jeep. Okay, so this Jeep right here, this green Jeep right here, all right, that's another shot of the Gladiator, and that red Jeep right there, right here, this red Jeep right here, that's also one of his Jeeps, and I really do, I love that Jeep. I love that Jeep too. Well, shit, I love all his Jeeps. Let's just be real. Okay, but I forgot. I don't know why I'm walking back over there. Okay, yeah, I'm pointing at it. Yeah, it's a Jeep. Yeah, it's got a hood. Yeah, it's got that. It's got that. Yep. Yeah, it's got all the crap. Yep. Okay. Yep, that stuff there. Yep, that. Okay, now, this, well, I guess not. All right. Yeah, look at the fuel rims. Yeah, okay, it's great. Okay, yeah, great. It's got automatic steps. Yeah, blah, blah. Okay, come on, bro. Why am I walking back? Come on. We gotta... Okay, here we go. This Jeep right here. Okay. This Jeep, it's a two-door, obviously. All right. And you see all the tink stuff, because this was a Jeep that he had built for his wife. And his wife, my sister-in-law, she's really not into it, so much. So he took all of the Tinkerbell stuff off of it, like the tink right here on the hood and on the door and on the back glass. They removed all that, so it's just a green Jeep. And my wife really loves this Jeep. So I had just kind of made the monumental mistake of saying, hey, my wife really loves that Jeep. So my brother was like, hey, does she want to drive it? And I'm like, are you kidding me? So I brought the Jeep home for her last week. Now the funny part about this Jeep right here is, once I showed my wife, make sure she could mess with everything, whatever. Yeah, I told my brother like Friday. I said, "Good luck on getting your Jeep back." I said, because you're gonna have to send a repo team to my house to get this Jeep back, because my wife ain't giving it back up. So now I guess I have to buy it. So I have to buy this Jeep for my brother now to keep Mama happy. But it's a really, really nice Jeep. It has custom front bumper, winch, hood, front end, front grille, KC light bar, the armor on the pillars. It's got the little side lights, all custom headlights, everything custom painted, matched, and everything. And that's the thing that sucks, is we don't have that no more. We don't have the tink hood ornament, because it's not on the Jeep, so that kind of sucks. But it's funny because my wife wants to put all the graphics back on the Jeep, so. But yeah, the Jeep's really nice, and that's pretty much how it looks right now. It's got these painted fuel wheels, that everything. It's got all the accents painted green, and it's got it's a pearlescent rainbow flake in clear, that because the wheels are black, and it's this pearlescent rainbow flake that's mixed in the clear, and they painted the wheels, including the spare. The spare is also painted that way, and the engine, the cover for the engine is painted in that color, in that clear, and everything. Yeah, and sadly enough, the gas door's not on it. And it's got 412s in a custom covered box, and the amps and everything are on the other side. It's got this door pod that's painted, full size spare. It's got rock lights, underglows. It's got those 2 LED stalks on the back. Full size spare. Really, it's a really cool Jeep, man. She really loves this Jeep. Only thing is that I have to now buy it. So yeah, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. I'm just kidding. And there's Dozer, the Jeep that has been banned from competing in sound competitions on the Gulf Coast, because it is unbeaten. So a lot of the sound competitions have banned him, which is kind of petty, But he won a couple of them, and he said he wasn't going to compete anymore because he already won. So he's just going to go and be like do exhibitions and stuff. So he's not gonna compete with this Jeep anymore. He's just gonna show up and just play it. Because this homeboy right here, this Jeep right here, is really, really freaking loud. I mean, really loud. Super loud, bro. Super loud. Because what's crazy is when people walk up and they look at this Jeep, they just look at the speakers, right, that you see, like in the Jeep. And that's impressive enough. Like when you look at all the speakers that are in the Jeep, it's impressive. Okay, because also that's the rear door. The rear doors of the Jeep are nothing but a wall of speakers. And that's both back doors have all these speakers in them. But the kicker to this Jeep is, okay, not just all that, okay, but I think I show it here in just a second. Hang on. But the kicker of this Jeep that people don't know, and you're like, well, what makes this Jeep so special? I mean, obviously it's got a lot of speakers that you see, but on top, that rack up there on top, that is actually 3 speaker boxes. Those are horns that are very freaking loud. But those 2 boxes that are up under it hold 32 tens in both those boxes right there. There's 32 10-inch loudspeakers in those 2 boxes right there. So the Jeep has around 50, I think it's like 53,000 watts of power. Something like that. Yeah, you can kind of see. You see all the tens? You see all of them? Yeah. Crazy. Crazy, I tell you. But yeah, that Jeep's really cool. I really like that Jeep. And then these are just other Jeeps that were in the show. You know, I do like going to car shows, you know. Have a good time. Mainly because, you know, you see a lot of the same people, you know, and the majority of people that go to car shows, they're generally speaking, they are, you know, really cool, nice, chill people, you know. So you go and you can have a lot of fun. Gray Dawn, I'm sitting next to 556 Media. For real? Hey, Home and Forge, what's up? Oh, man, Home and Forge. Oh, man, I'm glad that you're here. You reminded me. I have got to PayPal you some money. As a matter of fact, I can't do it on my phone right here. I have to go to my other phone. I will get you that. I will PayPal you that money. I meant to do it. I just got busy this weekend, man. I tried, in my defense, I tried to have a productive weekend because normally the weekends kind of just come and go and I don't get a lot done. So this weekend I had a plan from jump. I'm like, bro, I'm going to try to get some stuff done this weekend. And I'm kind of proud of myself. I did get a lot of stuff done this weekend, so I'm kind of happy a little bit. Hey, ATF ATM, what's up, bro? How you doing on this Sunday night? No rush, still waiting on steel? Okay, that's cool. Well, I ain't forgot. I'm gonna PayPal that money to you because I'm excited. Like I said, I want to, you know, anytime I go talking about knives, I want to be able to show off your knife and say, hey, this is a knife, you know, custom made from one of my channel members. B-Dub says gay. I missed. Gay? And you missed? What? I mean, what? I don't sprinkins that thought process, bro. At Brad's Journey. Yes, he is. My friend's son. He's a subscriber. Okay. And watching now in me living room. It's a Delaware week. Okay. I got you. I got you, cuzzo. What did I do with all that battle? What did I do with all that battle box shit? I don't know. Did you guys watch the newest battle box? Not necessarily from me, but just from anybody. Did you see the new battle box for this month? I guess that came out because it had this. Damn, where is that thing at? What'd I do with it? All right, so yeah, I couldn't remember what I did with it. This thing. Look, I'm gonna give you guys a really good view of this thing. A really good close-up view. If it doesn't focus on me. It's just going to focus on me. Yeah. Okay, never mind. It's going to focus on me. Let me, well, whatever. I'm going to tell you. Okay, look. Look. I ain't going to lie. Okay? I don't usually try to be, like, hypercritical. Okay? But look, I just, bro, I feel compelled. To say this is some bullshit. It probably isn't, okay? Like, this is, I'm pretty sure, like, look, I'm pretty sure you give this to MacGyver, right? And he could go to Mars with just this. But I was so confused, man, because like the package makes it sound like dude, you're the Harry Houdini of an escape artist. If you have this thing, I mean, look, advanced personal escape kit. I mean, bro, like this thing is, you know, it. I think this thing pissed me off, to be honest with you, because I'm like, bro, I don't. I need somebody from BattleBox to come to my house to like demonstrate how to work this thing, because I don't get it. You know, I mean, I'm a little slow, right? And I don't know how to. Wait, what? Just got here. Disregard, brah. My what? Okay, B-Dub. I don't know what's going on with you, bro. You I like it that you put punctuation in there, but I still don't understand what you're saying. Nice tissue box. That one? The tissue box? right there. Well, I mean, what's so good about the tissue box? Uh-oh. What am I missing? Okay, so how to use it? I have no idea. I have zero idea how you're supposed to use this. I'm just saying, dude, I have no idea. This makes no sense to me. I don't understand this. You got to get. Are you leaving, B-Dub? You popped in and now you're gone? Do you mean the skinny necklace isn't the most high-tech EDC ever? No, apparently this is. This right here. This is the most sophisticated piece of EDC escape artist collection of implements that you will ever see in your entire life. I mean, I'm sorry that I mean, I get it, but like, it's got a little light. Like, what? I mean, the way they sell this thing is that it's some ultimate survival thing, and or some escape thing, and I'm like, okay, what are you gonna do with a little light? I mean, are you signaling somebody, or because I mean, what are you doing? What is it? What are we doing here? I don't know. I don't get it. Sounds like a bunch of BS to me. That's what I'm talking about, man. Can you get out of jury duty with it? That's what I'm talking about. And I probably should not be making that kind of joke because watch now, I get a summons for jury duty. Which, to be honest with you, I don't mind. Okay? I'm going to tell you guys a little story about the one time that I got summoned for jury duty. Where's the lint roller? Number one, I think all y'all need help because of y'all's weird fascination with a lint roller. I don't know what it is about a lint roller, but it's right there. Okay, so just it's right there. The only reason I have a lint roller is because I have these damn dogs and hairs everywhere. Okay, so I get this summons for jury duty. All right, and you know, I was excited. You know, I know a lot of people like jury duty. Oh, hell no. I need to find a way to get out of jury duty. I was excited, bro. Like, you have no idea. Like, dude, man, when I parked and I went to the courthouse, dude, I was so pumped, man. Like, they put you in that room with all the other, like, potential jurors, and they make you watch that video about, like, what jury duty is. You have to watch this little video. I didn't care about none of that shit. Dude, I watch TV, man. I know what jury duty is. I was ready to go, man. I was just like, put me in front of some lawyers with some cases, because I want to know what's going on. I wanted to get on I wanted to be on a cool trial, right? Like a juicy trial. Not like, not like some dude assaulted somebody. Yeah, that's weak. That's weak shit. I wanted to be on something cool. So they put us in this other room, right? So they put us in this big room with there's a lot of us, and we watched this video about how the jury selection process works and what we could expect, right? Fine. Then they segregated us into 2 or 3 groups, and you're not supposed to talk. No, you're not supposed to talk. So I had this dude that was kind of around my age. He was right next to me, and we were going. Excuse me. I had to yawn. Sorry. And we were going to this other big formal courtroom, and as we're going in, there's already the prosecution and the defense. They're all in there because they wanted to ask us questions. And as soon as we walked in, dude, and we seen we're in a formal big courtroom. Dude, I got so pumped. I was like, oh, this is it. It's happening. And I just remember, I didn't say this to the guy that was standing right next to me, but I said this, I guess, loud enough where he heard me. And I'm like, man, I hope this is a really, really juicy trial. And that dude, like, I'm looking straight ahead, and he just goes, man, I hope so too. And I said, oh, you too? And he said, yeah. I said, all right, cool. So we sit down, and, you know, they assign you a juror number, okay? And they give that to the lawyers, to the prosecution and the defense. They give the thing that says, hey, these are the juror numbers or whatever. So they call you up, and, you know, they'll ask you, they don't tell you like what the case is. They just ask you questions that determine if they want to exclude you, right? So I did like what they tell you not to do, right? They start asking these questions, and in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, what answer does this dude want me to give so I can get on this case? All right. So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, all right, bro. Man, this dude started asking me these questions when it was my turn, and he's like, okay. He said, so, you use the internet? And I'm thinking, do I use the internet? Should I be using the internet? So I'm looking at the dude, and I'm like, yes, I use the internet. And then the guy goes, are you familiar with online dating websites? And dude, my brain is like, what's that movie that Russell Crowe played in where he was that mathematician dude that like was connecting dots everywhere, and like they went into his office and he had like lines drawn and shit everywhere? That's what my brain was doing in like a millisecond. I'm trying to connect all these dots. I'm like, okay, where are we going with this? He asked me about the internet. Now he's asking me about dating website. I said, oh, this is some juicy stuff right here. So I'm thinking, should I say yes or no? So I said yes. I said, yes, I'm familiar, I'm familiar with, dating websites. I mean, who isn't? I mean, damn, they're everywhere, like the Match.com, and apparently the websites you go to, if you just look into Smash, like, what is it? What's that website? The one that Brooke and Jubal from the radio station. Damn, Tinder. Yeah, the movie was A Beautiful Mind. Thank you, ATM. Okay, so, and dude, I'm immediately thinking, I'm like, all right, bro, this is going to be a good case. So I said yes, and then they asked me a couple other questions. Apparently, now I didn't know this at the time, what this case was about was a woman that catfished this underage kid. I don't really know. I want to know what the connection to the dating website was. Like, I don't know if this kid got on the dating website or whatever. But this older, I mean, she met up with the kid, like, and took him off and got in all kinds of trouble, right? So I got excused. So they, because once everybody goes up there and they ask like a pool of jurors the questions, then the side will stand up. Okay, we exclude juror number, number, and I'm sitting there and they call my number. I'm like, oh damn. So now, all the jurors that got excluded, we had to go to another room. And they told us that they were selecting for a grand jury. None of us got selected, so we could just go home. It's over with, done. So everybody was walking out, and they were all happy. They're like, oh, hell yeah, I got excluded. Sweet, I'm about to go home. I was mad. I was pissed. I was like, dude, I wanted to be on that jury. And it's funny, because the dude that was standing next to me, during the selection, he got cut too. They excluded him. Me and him ended up walking out, kind of right next to each other. And the dude looked at me. He said, "Damn, man, I told him I shouldn't have known nothing about no dating websites." And I looked at him. I said, "Damn, I was thinking the exact same thing. When they asked you, about dating websites, I should have said, no, I don't know nothing about no dating websites, bro. What's that? What is that? So that's the only jury duty experience that I have. I tried to get on, and I got cut, man. I didn't make the cut, dude. So yeah. ATF, what's jury duty? Oh, if you don't know what jury duty is, man, apparently everybody hates it. The one thing you don't, I don't know. We had a guy that worked for us. He got on a grand jury. And, dude, he was there. Man, he was there for like 4 or 5 weeks. And, dude, when he got done, he came back to work. He was like, bro, we saw like 10 or 15 cases a day, because it's grand jury. You're just deciding if, like the charges merit, leveling the charges against the person, whatever. Like if there's adequate, evidence and whatever. And I was like, dude, that would kind of be fun too, man, because you get to see how people are fucking up, and you get to, I don't know. It's crazy because down here, like, we have one courtroom that we had to go to because we had one of our employees. He, what did he get? He got picked up for DWI, I think. And we went to get him out of jail. And was that what that was? No, it wasn't it was a under the influence, but it wasn't driving. Wait, I remember now. He had a girl at his apartment, and they had an altercation, and he was wanting her to leave, right? And she wouldn't leave. She told him, "I'm not leaving," and it's his apartment, right? So he called the cops, and he said, "Hey, look, man, this chick's in my apartment. I want her to leave, right?" And they're like, "Well, does she get mail here?" He says, "No, she doesn't live here. My name is the only name on the lease. She's just visiting. She's here. She says she's not going anywhere. I want her to go," right? So the problem was he was drinking. That's not a problem because he's in his house, right? He was in his apartment, so no laws have been broken. But the cops told him that there wasn't nothing they could do. So he said, "Fine." He said, "When y'all leave, I'll get her out of the apartment myself." And he said, when he said that, because now he's standing like in the doorway of the apartment. And he goes, "Yeah, 556, this is how dirty y'all are. This right here is how dirty 556 media is," because I could see him doing this to somebody, to a poor innocent civilian. So when he said, "Fine, y'all won't make her go. When y'all leave, I'll get her out." And he said the cop goes, "What did you say?" And he said, "When y'all leave," he said, "when y'all get in y'all's car and y'all leave, I'm going to get her out of the apartment." And he said the cop turned and was saying something to him, but turned his back to him and started walking away. But he was saying something to him. And he goes, "What?" Because he didn't hear him. And the cop he said the cop started mumbling. And he said, I couldn't understand what he was saying. So he stepped out of his apartment. He stepped out of the threshold. And he put one foot on the curb. because he was walking toward the cop, because he was like, what are you saying, man? He said, I can't hear what you're saying, because the cop turned around and was walking away from him. As soon as he put one foot on the curb, his partner come up behind him, bound him up, public intoxication, and they arrested him. So we went to get him out of jail. So we're sitting there waiting for his case to get called so we could get him out, right? Bro, I'm going to tell you the craziest thing ever. Walmart, in this particular courtroom, I shit you not, Walmart had a table. Walmart had their own table with their own lawyers that were there, because there were so many cases of people stealing from Walmart. Like, Walmart had their own section. Like, you got the judge, and then in front of the judge, you got the prosecutor, and you got the defense, Well, over here, Walmart had their own table that the lawyer sat at, because there were so many people stealing from Walmart. And then what's crazy, okay, so we had to sit there, and we had to listen to a bunch of court cases while we were, because the docket is what it is. You don't know where you are on the docket till your case gets called. So we're sitting there and we're listening to all these damn Walmart, these people stealing from Walmart. And dude, these people are so dumb. Okay, like this one lady, case got called. She comes up, and it was two chicks. Okay, they called both the chicks up there. They were detained. They were in the back, so they came from the side, and they were in the county jail. So they both come up, and they read the stuff, what was going on. So one chick got caught stealing, right? The other chick had been caught for stealing, but whenever you get prosecuted by Walmart for thievery, they also ban you from the property. Like, that's an automatic. Like, you get caught stealing from Walmart, you're banned from Walmart. So I'm sitting there listening, and I'm like, okay, well, wait a minute. The one chick was stealing, right? I said, I get that. But I said, why is the other chick there? Well, the judge was kind of like, okay. The judge, like, was looking over the bench, and he's like, okay, so you were stealing. You were shoplifting. Yeah. He looks at the other chick. Okay, why are you here? And she goes, I shit you not, she told this to the judge. She says, well, I got caught stealing from Walmart already. So I wasn't in the store. I was in the car. She admitted to the judge that she was the wheelman. And the reason she got arrested too was because when you get banned from Walmart, you're banned from the property, which includes the parking lot. I was like, damn. Walmart, man, you still, well, I mean, you're stealing, so, I mean, you should get penalized. I mean, there should be something, for stealing, but, man, these people out here, they're gangster with it, bro. One out of jury duty, just say fry them to every question. They'll throw you out in record time. I got called for jury duty when I was a detective. They still made me show up. Well, yeah, they should. Just because you're a detective don't mean that you get to negate your civic duty. I got out of jury duty only because I was active duty. Oh, that gets you out of jury duty. Yeah, if you're active military, yeah, that gets you out of jury duty. But, well, technically it doesn't. It gets you out of that jury duty, but if you get bumped, they put your name back in. They put your name back in the selection. I believe that's called, no trespass. Yeah. Correct. No trespass. They used to excuse cops from jury duty in Maryland back in the day. Well, I'm assuming, and I could be wrong, but I'm assuming that because, like, whenever you get a summons and you go to court, the judge can excuse you. Like, a judge can excuse you from jury duty. if I remember correctly. I think that's the case. I'm pretty sure it is. I could be talking out of my ass, but I think that's the case. So yeah. But I will say this about my what's that thing called? A Bowie, a Bowie 1600 watt solar power generator. I like this thing. Like I really like this little power unit. So for everybody that got here, after I started talking, I had said that I had finished the initial video of my review of this solar powered power generator, and I've already set up my my usage test part of the video, and that's what I'm working on right now, and I'm gonna kick it off tomorrow. I got everything ready. Like I've got the generator, the power bank charged up, because it didn't come fully charged, so I charged it up. I've got the stuff set up in my back patio, so I can start that tomorrow. And I'm actually excited. I hope this thing does really well. I think it should. Because believe it or not, this unit actually won an innovative product award in 2022 in Germany. It's really cool. Matter of fact, you guys want to see it? I've got it sitting over here on the other side. Here, I'll give you a sneak peek. Although, I mean, you can look it up on YouTube, but it's mine. It's one I got, so it's special, right? Hey, sleepy puppy. All right. Excuse for undue hardship. Yeah, I saw a lot of people try to use that excuse of like that I can't miss work because, I'm struggling. And because like the judge, if I remember right, like the judge asked, like when we went into like one of the first big rooms, the judge asked everybody, he said, can anybody not serve on jury duty? Like if you can't, raise your hand. And if you raised your hand, the judge said, okay, everybody's got their hand up, form a line over here. Okay, at like the wall in the courtroom. And he had every juror that said that they could not serve. He called them up one at a time, and you stood in front of the judge. And the judge said, okay, why can't you serve? And people said that, like, hey, they're too broke. They can't miss work, for their job. Judge said, tough. Another person said, I can't afford gas to drive down here. He said, nope, not good enough. That judge was a gangster boy. He didn't give a shit. Personally, I think I would have just done what Scott said. Just every question they ask. The gas chamber. No, what you do is you cycle. Every question they ask, you either say the electric chair, lethal injection, or hang them, or electrocute them. Just cycle through all that, and they'll probably excuse you. But this is the unit. Very cool. It only weighs like 25 pounds, but it's very robust, very solid. Okay, and it has a what? It's like 1,024, right? Yes, it's 1,024 watt-hour battery. Okay, but the cool thing about it is, okay, it's got a fan. So when you're using the AC voltage, it's pure sine wave. So it does have a fan to keep the thing cool. it has this thing right here, which feels actually pretty solid. You know, this kickstand, because what you do is you lean it on the ground with this kickstand, right? On this side over here, you open it up, 40 watts of solar. And then the kickstand on the other side kind of orients it, you know, it holds it up like this. So you can just point it at the sun. So you got 40 watt, 220 watt panels. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. Like I said, having a fan. And then you got all of your I.O. on the front here. You got a typical, you know, like a cigarette kind of 12 volt deal. You got 220 volt plugs that are pure sine wave. Do 1600 watts. You've got 2 DC inputs up here for solar panels. You have 1 DC input charger. You've got 2 USB type A ports that do 18 watts. And then you have 1 USB-C that does 100 watts. So this thing, I'm very excited about this. I'm really excited to see how long this thing will power my chest freezer refrigerator. Not now. It's not like a garage freezer. It looks like an ice chest, and 2/3 of it is like a refrigerator, and then the other third is a freezer. And I've used it a lot when I go camping, and it doesn't take a lot of power. Like, okay, the last time we went to Disney in the RV, I don't know if you guys remember this or not, but you know, I had an issue with my refrigerator. My refrigerator was messing up. Well, the compressor blew a seal in the compressor. So I didn't have my refrigerator in my freezer in my RV. Well, the problem was we were gone for like 9 days. And we took the dogs, obviously, because that's the whole reason I have the RV. So when I go off, I can take the dogs. So I had Ahsoka's food. I cooked like 3 batches of her food. And then I used my vacuum sealer. I pre-portioned her food for every day. And I vacuum sealed it and I put it in the freezer. So I was like, oh shit, I need a way to keep this food cold down there. I wasn't worried about us because we weren't eating in the RV, because you know we were at Disney on the dining plan, so we were going out, we were eating, you know, in the parks and the restaurants and stuff. So it wasn't a big deal. So I loaded that in the RV and I put the stuff in that, and I used one of my little battery banks. Hang on a second. I can show you exactly the one that I have. Oh, hey, Cynthia. Oh, good night, Cynthia. I'm sorry. I didn't. I haven't been paying attention to the chat. I'm sorry. Well, have a good night, Cynthia. Thank you for swinging by. I appreciate you. Hey, Ghost Scout. What's up? What's going on, Ghost and Ghostettes? Just tuning in. All right, hang on a second. I'm gonna grab this other thing, this other power box, so you can see exactly what I use to power this thing on the way down to Orlando. Because since I am doing an actual review, imagine that, man. I'm actually doing a review of something. I pulled out all of my portable power stations just to, I don't know if I'm going to incorporate them in this video or not. I probably won't, be honest with you. But this right here is an EBL. Kind of looks like the Jackery, you know, power unit. But this is the one that I used, that I took down to Orlando, that I plugged in that little chest thing. This is only oh wow, this is 999 watt hours. Interesting. So this does almost as much power as that one. Okay, well, I mean, it does a little bit more. But this thing right here powered that my little whatever igloo, freezer, refrigerator. It powered it just fine, all the way down there. So, these things, to me, these things are, stuff like this. And then I've got this one. I've got the other one from Swiss Tech. That, to be honest with you, I haven't really used it that much. Now that EBL one, I've used the dog shit out of that one. But as a member of the military, you could be called to be a member of a court martial. It's just like civilian jury duty. Oh, I didn't even think about a court martial. I didn't even think about that. That's crazy. So yeah, anyway, what's up, Robert? Where can I get that, and how much are they? What's it called? Go Scout. It is a Browey. Browey. Now, I'm going to tell you. Okay, look. Before you say anything about this, okay? Just for total transparency. It's a little pricey. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. When I found out how much it was, I ain't gonna lie. I kind of did double take. I'm like, what? Say what? You can find it on Amazon. There it is. It's $599. Okay, now, is that more expensive than a comparable other power solution? Yes, it is more expensive. But wait. You see, Ed, you don't jump out the window. Just wait. But the fact that it does have a solar charge controller, and it has these two built-in solar panels. Now, what is nice about this unit right here is it has been tested for 3,500 cycles. It will only degrade to 80% after 3,500 cycles. And I do like the fact that it has two integrated solar panels. Now, for me, okay, in my testing, okay, what I want to do, and I'm going to start this hopefully tomorrow, because I think we're supposed to have a good day tomorrow. So when I get home from work, what I'm going to do is I have my little chest of refrigerator freezer combo thing. I've got it on my back patio, and I got it plugged in. And it doesn't take that long for it to get cold. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to unplug it from the wall. I'm going to take this unit, okay, I'm going to plug it into it, and I'm going to open the solar panels, because on the display, it will tell you when you're pulling power from it. It will tell you how much power you're drawing. If you open it up and let the solar kick it, it'll also tell you what's coming in. So I want to see what potential there is, because for me, like, you can go on YouTube and you can just type that in. You can type in Browey 1600 watt portable power station, whatever. There's plenty of guys that like hardcore review this kind of stuff, okay? And they do, like, I watched a couple of videos, man, guys did ridiculous stuff with this. I was talking about, man, they plugged in they ran their microwaves, their coffee pots. One dude tried to run, He tried to run a reciprocating saw off of it, which, to be fair, it didn't do it. But he said, total transparency, he said none of the other crap that he, tested could do it either. He couldn't run a skill saw. Who the hell thinks something like this is going to run a skill saw? Really? Oh, come on. So, you was expecting $1,000? Really? I'm going to be honest with you. When I saw the product, because a rep, a marketing rep for Browie reached out to me, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, like when I looked it up, I just got the product, the product ad for it. And I'm going to be honest with you. I was thinking that this thing was going to land at like $350, maybe $400. I was not expecting $599. So I'm hoping that this thing, the only thing to me that would make it worth $599 would be if those solar panels are really good. Like, those better be some really, really quality solar panels. And if they are, then I'm going to say this thing is probably worth it. But I do like the form factor of it being in like a briefcase kind of design, because the one thing about this thing, it feels very, very solid. That I can say. It does feel very solid. Ed, my middle son, said to jump out the window. Well, I mean, Ed can jump out the window. It's fine. Degrade to 80% after 3,500 cycles. Story of my life. Oh, God. 556, you always have a tale of woe. My onboard meter shows I'm at 54% now. TikTok. How do you even camp without a... Well, I guess, I guess I'm doing it wrong because, yeah, I don't need a skill saw. Like, I'm not ever at a campsite, and I'm never at a loss for words to say, you know what? I need a skill saw. It ain't ever happened to me. That's just me. David, what's up? David Juicy Juice, what's up, yo? So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to put this thing to its test tomorrow. Because what I'm going to do is I want to see, because like once the little ice chest or whatever, once the little cooler, once it reaches temperature, as long as you're not opening it and closing it a lot, it doesn't take hardly that much juice to run. You know what I mean? Because it's just maintaining the temperature, and as long as it's got good insulation, it's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not drawing a lot of juice. So I'm very curious to see how it does. It'd really be cool. What would make me totally happy is if I can plug that into it, and I can open the solar panels, and it reaches almost. I think saying an equilibrium is probably a bit much. I don't think it's going to be a wash on the incoming power versus the outgoing power, but I'm curious to see how much of a disparity it is. I'm very interested to see. Hey, what's up, Donald? So, Ed, wait a minute. Did you post? Wait a minute. I haven't looked. I have not looked today because, like I said, I've been busy. So I haven't had time to screw around on YouTube too much. So do you guys, Ed, did you post a video about your the mysterious package that you got? Did you? Maybe? No, you didn't. Did you make the video yet of the suspicious package that came from 556 Media? I have to watch the Wolf Lodge video. I have not watched the Wolf Lodge video yet. I may watch it tonight while I'm in the tub. Yeah, go scout. That was what I was thinking, because I said, if you're going camping or whatever, and you just need a power solution to recharge, devices, phones, iPads, a laptop, maybe you need to recharge your batteries for your drone, or if you're flying a drone around the woods or something. My thing is, if the solar panels work, this thing's awesome. It would be awesome. Like, to me, the concept of this thing is really freaking neat. Because it's kind of like an all-in-one. Because like me, I mean, I've got solar panels. But damn, man, my solar panels, they're big. Even though they fold up, they're still big. And if this thing, kind of all-in-one, you know what I'm saying? Not posted. I filmed it last night. Okay, cool. Be warned, there are very questionable shaped gummies in the Wolf Lodge. Really? Really? Oh, I'm definitely gonna watch this video tonight, for real, for real. Or wait. Can we hype it? What's up? What's up, David? Nothing. You looking at it. You looking at what's up. This is it. This is my life. I'm sitting here on a Sunday night talking to y'all. That's the only thing that's up. Let's see. Let me go. So you can upvote the videos, right, on your phone, right? But you can't do it on the computer. Is that right? All right, let's go. And you say Ed, they have to be within a week of being uploaded, right?
All right, everybody. So welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing another 24-hour first strike.
Boy, man, that gave me a video from the blast from the past. Okay, so Gray Wolf Lodge. Okay, family vacation. Okay, how do I hype it? There we go. Hype your favorite creator. Small creator bonus points applied. Is YouTube's talking shit? Small creator bonus points applied. I just got emasculated by YouTube.
Alright.
Okay, I'm gonna hype it. I hyped it. I hyped that video, bro. Uh-oh. Who's that? Hey, baby, what's up?
The same thing that was happening earlier today just started happening again. So I'm going to make sure my refrigeration system doesn't shut down again. Little one wanted to ride with me.
Hi.
Which little one?
The little one.
I wonder
Oh, I thought you was talking about Ahsoka.
She can't go in the grocery store.
So you gotta go.
My refrigeration system's shutting down again, so I gotta make sure that it's not actually shutting down.
Well, what if it is?
Well, then I gotta pull everything and make a ticket. But I have to pull everything because they can't come out in the middle of the night. So I have to pull everything.
Uh-oh.
Indeed.
Well, it's a good thing I gassed your Jeep up.
Yeah, is that okay?
Now, hey, baby, are you okay if Mama has to pull a bunch of product?
Yeah.
Because you're probably gonna be there for a
I
while.
told her she might end up camping with me. She said, we're gonna camp out in August.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. Let's see. Be warned, they're very okay. I read that. We had to try all the candies. Okay, what's up? Okay, I answered. David, nothing's up. Well, apparently, since I last answered your question, David, my wife and my youngest daughter were walking out the front door because apparently the refrigeration units at my wife's store, they were freaking out earlier today. And because my wife was she's supposed to be off today. So they started pulling all the stuff, and refrigeration dude came in, said he got it fixed, and she just got a call because, well, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but grocery stores and stuff, their coolers and their freezers are remotely monitored for obvious reasons. And she just got a call saying that the refrigeration was wigging out. So now my wife just took my youngest daughter, and they're going to her store to check on everything, to see what's going on, because like there's no way at what time, it's 9 o'clock at night, there's no way she's getting a ticket answered today. So I have a sneaking suspicion, like what I just said, you know, what you got heard me just say. I have a feeling that my wife is going to have to be pulling product, and my youngest daughter is there, so they might be there for a while. I hope not. I have 8 different EcoFlow units between both houses. Solar panels, each location, and all the accessories. Love them. Yeah, EcoFlow units are cool. But, you know, the one thing that I find with a lot of these stuff is that, you know, a lot of them are made the same, like the guts and stuff are the same. They may put a different case on them, but a lot of the guts are kind of the same. I think I remember the timestamp being 12:38. 12:38. So you're saying at 12:38 there's some weird stuff that goes on in this video? I do find it funny that Ed and his wife wore their little wolf ears. I think that's awesome. That makes me happy, because it makes me happy that Ed's doing stuff like that, because the one thing that can really derail you in content creation is taking it too serious. You know, because at the end of the day, people that watch the content, they want to relate to you. And dude, if you just be yourself, you know, even if it's goofy or whatever, you know, generally you cultivate a better audience, because you're being you're being yourself, and you're not faking it. You're not trying to be somebody else. So Ed is definitely on the right path. DJI does have a unit where you can somehow connect it to your alternator to chart it, and then you can use you can use power up a lot of stuff like big computers, and yes, maybe a saw. Look it up, it's actually neat. So it's DJI. Okay, well, the fact that it has DJI means it's expensive. Because I used to buy some of DJI. Well, I still do buy some DJI stuff. Like all of my gimbals. Like all of my gimbals are DJI. Oh crap! Even my mics. My mics are DJI. Shit! I even got some of their drones. Wait, what was I gonna do? What was I gonna do? What was I about to do? I opened a tab for something. What the hell was I going? Man, I done forgot. I forgot what I was gonna do. Speaking of drones, I have got to get my drone permit or license or whatever, because apparently I can't fly my drone without a license, without a drone pilot license. So yeah. Oh, DJI. That's what I was going to look up, DJI. God, man, I'm tired. DJI. Let's see. DJI official website. All right. Well, what are we looking? We're looking at power. What are we looking at? DJI portable power station for the adventurer to the homeowner. Okay, so I'm assuming that it. Oh wow, they got a 500, 1,000, and a 1,500. Let's go to. Okay, hang on. So I'm going to assume. This is what you're talking about, right? This stuff from DJI right here, these power stations. Okay, let's look at this. I'm scared to hit this buy now button because, bro, this thing is not gonna be cheap, bro. It is not gonna be cheap. Not gonna be cheap, bro. $1,200. Okay, what's so good about it? Okay, so for $1,200, this is 3,000 watts. Okay, 3,000 watts. But what is the battery capacity? Okay. Okay, it offers a generous 2,048 watt hours of capacity. Okay, so what did I say this one was? Okay, this one right here is 1,024. Okay, which is crazy because this one, the Braui down here, is exactly half the power of this one. But it's only $599. How much was this? $1,300. Okay, so you're picking your poison. So you can buy one of these. You can buy one of these for $1,300, or you can buy two of these Braui units that have solar panels built in for about the same price. Actually, it's cheaper, and you get the exact same capacity, because this one is what I say is 2,000. What I say it was 2,048. Each one of these Brauis is 1,024, so it's exactly half. Yeah, I know, right, Ed? Yeah, now that $600 suitcase ain't looking too shabby now, is it? But yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, bro. DJI shit, it's expensive, but hey, it's good quality stuff. So you can't complain. But like I said, the Braui thing is supposed to be, it's supposed to be really, really, really good. Charge, not charred. Ghost Scout, I know what you were trying to type. Look, that's part of my entertainment. When you guys make typos, I get to have my fun. Okay, don't take that away from me, okay? You have an Osmo. Hey, how do you like the Osmo action camera? I got a Mic Mini too. I got this little white one because I figured it would be cool because it would kind of blend in with my white shirt. You can't see it so good. So I got the little Mic Mini. I've got the newest gimbal. I think that gimbal is my old one, but I do have the new one. And then I've got the Pocket. The little Pocket vlogging camera, which is really, really good. Like that, and the thing that's crazy is they're coming out with a new one. Let's see, the Osmo Pocket. They haven't. I don't think they've announced it yet, but people have already seen it. But DJI hasn't announced it yet. The Pocket 4. Yeah, they haven't announced it yet, but they've made it because they seen a container that had them in it. So the gimbals are awesome. Like DJI's gimbals are really, really good. You can fly a drone for a hobby for free. If it is for commercial use, you have to get a license. That's not what I was understanding. I was understanding that if you fly a drone that's over so many grams, you have to have a license. It doesn't matter what you're using it for. If you're just flying a drone, period. If it's over so many grams, you have to get the FAA license. But you can now, to be fair, Ed, that thing would probably run a skill saw. I mean, the biggest thing about running a skill saw is the initial jolt of power it takes for the motor when you pull the trigger. That's what messes up a lot of these power banks. You do still have to have a free FAA hobby license to fly. Yeah. Well, you do and you don't. If the drone, at least this is what I saw on the website. It says that if the drone is you know, so if it's one of the little small drones, then no, you don't have to have nothing. But if the drone is a certain weight, then yes, you have to have a license. Ahsoka, bro, come on now, you're killing me. You're killing me. Mama left. I can't. I'm sorry. It's not me. Yeah, you see, my poor drone is sitting here, man. I can't even fly it, bro. I can't even fly it, man. It's just been sitting. It's been sitting here in the corner in the case. I can't even fly it because I can't. I'm too good looking to go to. I'm too good looking to get put in the joint. Well, that's true, Firehawk. I did fly it. I have been flying it, but you know, I wanna do things legally. Because, man, you can't, you never know who out there is a snitch. You know what I'm saying? You go out there flying your drone, man, people be snitches, man. And they snitch you out, bro. I can't be having that. Like I said, man, I'm too good looking. I'm too good looking to go get locked up, man. They'll be trying to do a bunch of strange stuff to me, man. I ain't with all that. I just got an Osmo Action 5 Pro. The Osmo Action 5 Pro. Man, that sounds like a lot. The Osmo Action 5 Pro. Man, how much is that? It's out of stock. Oh, that's a skiing combo. Pro standard combo. Man, that thing's only $300. Which one did you get? Did you get the Pro, the standard, the adventure combo, or the Pro motorcycling, mountain cycling, or the hiking one? Oh, these are all out of stock. Never mind. So the only ones that's in stock is I can get the I can get the standard and the adventure. That's the only two I can get. Okay, so yes, there is the 6. Really? Well, the only one I see. Wait a minute. The only one I see on their website is the Action, the 5. There's a 6 already. Well, I don't. It's not listed on their website though. Oh man, Ahsoka, man, you killing me. You killing me, Orange Dog. Okay, so I remember telling you that you needed a license. Yeah. Yeah, I said I don't care. I'm gonna fly anyway. Oh, well, I have been flying it. Survival Empire Rational Review. What's up? What's up, buddy? How you doing? Everyone have a good one. We're all heading to the porch. 556. We can't go with you. Take us on the porch. For a hobby, take a simple test and put your FAA license on the drone and controller easy. I don't know, man. That sounds complicated. What's the test? Is the test like a multiple choice thing that says, like, is it okay to fly your drone over your neighbor's backyard while their wife is sunbathing by the pool? True or false? Questions like that? I mean, is it questions like telling you not to, like, be a peeping Tom and not fly around an airport and stuff like that? Is that like the questions? I don't want to have to study, man. I ain't got time I'm too old for all that. I saw the anti-gravity drones at my local Best Buy, and that look, dude, what the hell's what the shit? That's some Star Trek stuff. They selling that kind of stuff at Best Buy? For real? Now I've got some drones that don't require a license because they're so light. I've got this drone that you wear like a transponder. This little wrist thing, and the drone, you just take the drone, you turn it on. It's got a little small camera on it, and you just throw the drone up in the air, and it'll hover, and it follows the wristband. So like if you're running through the woods or something, the drone will chase you, and you don't have to have a license for that because it doesn't, it's very light. Okay, let's go to Best Buy. I want to see this anti-gravity drone that homeboy's talking about. Drone. I'm curious. Anti-gravity. No shit. 8K 360 remote. Oh, damn. Yeah, hey, this is what. Hey, I got this drone too. I got this one right here. This Hover Air, right here. This X1 self-flying camera drone. I got that one too. That's a good little. That's a cool little drone. And that Hover Air one, it's really it doesn't weigh anything. But that little one there, you can just fly it without a license. So this anti-gravity crap. You say is this the cat's meow? It better be for $1,600, bro. That's why has it got two of them? A1, 8K, 3. It's the same shit. Why has it got two of them? Oh wow, that's crazy. That's crazy looking, bro. 8K 3. That's interesting, man. That it's got a 360-degree camera. That is. Well, now I'm not no drone expert, okay, so it just, to me, that seems like a really cool. I don't know if all the drones are like that now, but that's cool that it's got a 360 camera. That's actually really neat, man. Okay, so wait, who's talking this shit about this anti-gravity stuff? Who's saying that? Who said that? Ghost Scout. Okay, so Ghost Scout. So you just saw them at Best Buy. You don't have any experience with this particular drone. It looks cool, man. This might be a time, man. Got to go to YouTube. Got to go to YouTube, bro. But you say the Action 5 Pro is really good because, like, I've been messing with all my GoPros. You can see I've got them here, and my other batteries I got for them. Dude, I don't know what it is, man. I've been having bad problems, bro. With the GoPros, man. Like corrupt files, just problems, man. I be trying to make videos, and I got so ticked off with the GoPro. That's why I started filming with my phone, with my iPhone, because I know the iPhone is not going to mess up, But man, the GoPros, man, I've been having problems with the GoPros. Okay, you got the Adventure combo. Those anti-gravity drones don't require a license, really? That thing looked pretty stout, man. Hang on, that bad boy looked pretty stout. I mean, I don't know. That drone looked like it looked pretty substantial. What's the weight? See all specifications. What it weigh? What the weight, bro? What it do? Product weight with battery, 291 grams. What was the cutoff? Drone weight limit without license. I get you. I bet you it's like 300 grams. In the U.S., you do not need to register a drone or pass the FAA trust test if it weighs less than 250 grams. Negative, Ghost Rider, you have got to have a license to fly this drone. Because the drone with the battery was, what I say it was? 290? It was right under 300 grams. Right? Yeah, 291 grams with the battery. So yeah, you can't fly that. Yeah, the GoPros heat up, man. Yeah, it's because like for the past like couple generations of GoPros, do you know they have not changed out the processor at all? It's been the same processor. Now I don't know about the new ones, like the newest GoPro. They might have a different processor, but I know like when you went to GoPro and you compared, you could like put in like, hey, like I got a 9 or a 10 or whatever, and you could compare them. And you went to the processor, it had the same processor. It's just the software. And I'm like, okay, but especially when you start trying to render, when you're trying to record 4K, at like something beyond 30 frames, that processor can't handle it. So they were trying to do some software trickery, right? And the GoPros are all overheating. And I think it was the 10 or the 9 that had that problem. So I thought when they come out with a new one that it would be because it seemed to me like what GoPro did was they squeezed all the life out of that generation of hardware. So I was thinking, surely all these people complaining about how the GoPros overheat and they shut off, and especially if you're outside and it's hot, forget it. You're going to record at 4K for maybe 10 minutes and the GoPro shutting off. That's just how it was. So I figured, well, I'll wait for the new one, right? So surely they're going to do a hardware update. And that next one that came out, they didn't. It was the same hardware. And I'm like, well, I ain't buying that shit. The test is like, can you fly into someone or not? It's so simple. Even you could pass it. Well, I appreciate that, Firehawk. LOL, why can't we go? Take us on. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 556, man, he a snob, bro. Brad, have you checked out the new Resident Evil Requiem? No, I have not. I'm currently not really playing anything, although I seriously was going to start streaming on Twitch, because I do have a Twitch account. I've had a Twitch account ever since Twitch became Twitch from Justin TV. That's how far back I go. I was watching people when it was Justin TV, before Twitch was even a thing. But I was setting up my template to stream on my Twitch account when they banned Asmongold. And I'm like, well, I'm not streaming on Twitch. Forget it. So I thought about maybe trying to stream on the YouTube gaming, although it's dead. But I'm still, dude, man, hey, bro. Video game wise, I'm still hanging in there with World of Warcraft. I'm still playing WoW. In the past like 2 weeks, I played a little bit of StarCraft 2. And to my shame, which I won't tell this to anybody else except for you guys, I did go back and I played Hearthstone for like 45 minutes. You are correct. I saw it don't own the drone, and Osmo cameras have been tested by other content creators on YouTube that it didn't overheat and the battery lasts the longest. Okay. Yeah. And the sensors are getting better with the new stuff. Yeah. Yeah. And see, to me, Ghost Scout, that's the thing about DJI. Like DJI actually, when they revamp the products, they physically revamp the products. I think GoPro, for a long time, they enjoyed so much of a market share in the action camera space that I believe that they felt that GoPro as a company felt like they didn't need to pump money into the product. I think they just thought they didn't need to do that. But I think DJI coming out and some of these other companies that make action cameras like the what is it, the 360 camera, that everybody puts a stupid mount on their car to make it look like there's some illegal street racer, which I think is hilarious, because I have some jackasses that live in my neighborhood that they have the mounts, the mount for the 360 camera on their car, and they're piece of shit cars. And I'm like, come on, bro, man. That's fronting on a whole different level. You're playing the new Resident Evil and it's fantastic? That's cool. Hey, Mike. What's up, buddy? Well, appreciate you for jumping in and saying hi, man. How you doing? Well, Mike, you might see me maybe going to some more car shows, because my wife, we have the little 2-door green Jeep that my brother has that was Tink. And my brother took all of the Tink graphics off the Jeep, and my wife loves that Jeep. So I've kind of commandeered it, and my wife's been driving it. So my wife wants to go. My wife wants to. She's a Jeep. She's a Jeep girl now. So, So let's see. Yep, my wife is she's at the Aldi. And by the way, don't ever go work for Aldi. It's a shit company. Yes, we are going to Mopar Fest. Yes, matter of fact, we're going to be cleaning up the car trailer this week. Because we are toting the car trailer down there. We're taking everything. We're taking the TRX. We're taking the Demon. We're taking all the Jeeps. So we will be at Mopar Fest. All right, Home and Forge. Have a good evening, bro. Appreciate you for coming by. And like I said, Home and Forge, I am going to PayPal you that money for that knife. My original DJI Mavic Pro can film in 100-degree temperatures, where the new GoPro 13 camera craps out. Not everything from China is crap. Yeah, no, that's definitely true, Firehawk. I wasn't implying that. I was speaking more to the just GoPro's outward look of their product line. You'll be there early Thursday to start setting up the stage. Well, I'm pretty sure that we're probably going to be down there Thursday too with the trailer. You know how my brother is. So yeah, we'll probably be down there setting the trailer up, and we'll probably be toting vehicles down there all day. But yeah, we will be there, so we will definitely see you there, buddy. I was playing it when I got the notification that you were on, so I paused it. I've been wanting to watch more of your shows. Well, thank you for that, David. I appreciate that. I appreciate you for being here. Like I said, like pretty much every stream that I do, there's no rhyme or reason. I just fire them up here, and whoever shows up, I hope people show up, so I'm not sitting here talking to myself. So, yeah. Like I said, I actually was doing things for the channel this weekend. So, I've been trying to get this Browie solar generator review done. I've just got some testing that I have to finish on it. Hopefully, I'll start that tomorrow so I can get that done. But just for everybody in the chat, okay, the rule for the FAA is that if your drone is under 250 grams, it has to be 250 grams or less. It says there's no registration or pilot license needed for recreational use. If the drone is over 250 grams, which mine is way over 250 grams, it says registration is required through the FAA drone zone. Then it says commercial use. Any drone, regardless of weight, requires a Part 107 license to fly commercially. So if you are using a drone to get paid, it doesn't matter. You have to have a Part 107 license. And then it says recreational test, trust. If your drone is over 250 grams, you must pass the free trust test. Okay, what's the trust test? How is that different from the drone zone thing? Weight includes everything. Your drone's weight includes all accessories attached, cameras, guards, and batteries. It says sub 250 gram drones are still considered unmanned aircraft system and must follow FAA safety guidelines, which that is 100% related to flying around restricted airspace. Interesting. I did not know literally any of that I just said, other than I know my drone was too heavy to fly legally and I have to do all this crap. Let's see. Yes, this coming weekend. Or wait, when is Mopar Fest? That's a good question. When is Mopar Fest? It's April 24th and 25th. Oh shit, that's next weekend. No, that's the weekend after next. Day's the 12th. It's April 24th. It's April 24th and 25th. Okay, cool. That's not this coming week, but next week. Sweet. Alright, cool. Alright, cool. Cool. Alright. Sweet. Yeah, I gotta go over to the Evil Brad's house this coming weekend. While it seems it's upon the subject, I need to get a new sport camera. Mike, we were just talking about that. The GoPros, I don't know about the brand new GoPros. I would probably watch YouTube videos, but Ghost Scout, I believe, is the one who said that he's got the DJI Osmo Action 5. And he said he really likes it, and it's a good camera. And I do know that you can go to YouTube, and a lot of these hardcore videographer guys that do reviews, like there's a guy that like he has this big bar, and he has like all the cameras, all of them like set up on it, recording like the same thing, and he shows you like a video feed from every camera, and he talks about the capabilities, the battery life, the heat, all that kind of crap. But it seems to me like the Osmo Action 5 is a decent camera. I personally have an issue with GoPro because every time I have heat problems with the GoPro. Because like at a car show, when I'm filming outside and it's hot, I record in 4K 30 or 4K 24 or whatever the camera will do. I have problems with the GoPros overheating, shutting off after like 15 minutes of filming, and so I don't know, other than I would watch a I would watch a review video. You've been talking about a review for years. Glad to see you do one. Well, don't thank me yet because I haven't done it. There's no review video out yet, so don't prematurely start start telling me that you're glad to see I've done it, because I haven't. I've done part of the video, and I'm doing the testing. Hopefully, I'm gonna set up the film, because I have to move all my camera gear outside to my backyard, because I'm doing all that outside. So I've got to move all the crap in here. I got to move it all outside so I can set it up and do all the recording and stuff. So, but I am doing it. I saw you were live Friday night while I was on break, but I couldn't. I was at work dealing with Las Vegas drunk people acting like kids. Well, I can see that. I have a DJI Mini non-commercial use, so I just have the basic small UAS cert of reg. I don't know. I don't know what you need, because it says, according to AI from the FAA's website, it says that, if the drone is under 250 grams, you don't have to have a license, period. But that's only half a pound. My drone is way heavier than that. And it said if it's over 250 grams, then you have to do it through the FAA drone zone. But it says there's a recreational test. It's called Trust. It says if your drone is over 250 grams, you must pass the free Trust test. Okay, hang on. Let's go to the FAA. What is Trust? Let's see what the FAA says is actual. What is their definition of trust? This ought to be good. The law requires that all recreational flyers pass an aeronautical knowledge and safety test and provide proof of passage if asked by law enforcement or FAA personnel. The recreational UAS safety test, Trust, was developed to meet this requirement. Trust provides education and testing on important safety and regulatory information. If you fly your drone recreation under the exemption for recreational flyers, okay, what is that? I need to look at this. What is the exception for recreational flyers? Recreational flyers and community. Why are you here? You want to fly a drone just for fun. You may be visiting. Okay, I'm not visiting from another country. What do you need to do? Fly smart. To fly fun. Sign up, register your drone, make it legal. Always follow the rules, respect the airspace, and team up. Okay? How do you fly smart? Sign up, make it legal, always follow the rules, respect the airspace. Okay, this is not helping. There are currently 2 sets of rules for small UAS. The rule for operating unmanned aircraft systems, blah, 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 blah. If you want to fly a drone for purely recreational purposes, there's a limited statutory exception that provides a basic set of requirements. Okay, cool. But tell me, what is... Dude, what the hell is this? I ain't reading all this shit. This is too much. What the hell? I ain't got time. I'm just gonna fly my drone, bro. You see, Firehawk, this right here, this is why I just said I'm flying my drone. I ain't got time to read all this shit. Dude, I ain't doing all this. This is too much. The default regulation for drones weighing under 55 pounds? What in the hell kind of drones are people flying? That's 50 pounds, bro. Mine weighs like 3 pounds. Man, this is dumb. I ain't got time for all this shit. Fly my drone. Fly my drone if I want to fly my damn drone. The crap you have to do to fly your drone is actually so easy. I did it in 30 minutes. Hey man, my time is expensive. I heard a con of the DJI is required to register and use the app. Well, here's the thing. I don't fly a DJI. I fly an Autel robotics drone. I do have a DJI drone, but I don't ever use it. So, but this Autel drone, I love this Autel drone. Osmo will do better in heat than the GoPro. I have heard that from YouTubers. YouTubers say that if you want an action camera and you are in the heat, the Osmo completely obliterates a GoPro when it comes to you in a hot environment. Well, one can hope you actually do a review one of these years. I know. I'm going to, let me tell you something, dude. I'm going to surprise all of y'all. Maybe. Probably not. Yes, you need the app to set up the camera. Not sure if you can just connect to the website, but after setting it up, you need the app. Okay. See, I don't know, man. With Autel, hang on. Now, to be fair, I haven't flown it in a while, so maybe there's a thing where they did mess with the app. Hang on. Because the app I use is the Autel Explorer. Let's see. And it don't.
Control and mobile phone disconnected.
Yeah, the Autel app don't care, bro. It don't care. It tells you to connect that shit and fly, bro. I have used earlier GoPro versions 2 and 3 and 3 Plus without any real issues with heat. Yeah, but when you start getting into the 4, like I think the 4, because the only thing that I remember was the 4 was like one of the first ones that did 4K, because I actually still have it, I think. See, I got... Okay, what is this? I think, if I remember correctly, this is a 4. This is a GoPro 4. This is a 4. There's nothing on it, though, that denotes that it's a 4. No, I'm sorry. There is. It's right here on the side. It says this is a 5. It says this is a Hero 5. Okay, so I got this one. Then I have this one. This is an 8 black edition. I have this one. Then I have this one. This is a 9 black. And this is the one that I use. Okay. And then I have one of the nanos. These are old. You know, the little nanos that you could just put on. You could stick it to shit and film. These are really old. Like, this one's really old. But yeah, I just started having problems. You know, I just started having problems with them overheating, and they would overheat. And I had one that started. I did a whole video, man, with the GoPro recording, and it was with the 9, and it didn't start beeping or nothing, right? It didn't do anything. It just I cut it off, and I pulled the memory card out, and the whole file was corrupt. So I lost all that footage. And here's the kicker. Like, I could understand if I'm buying some old, like, Shenzhen special, but dude, I only buy, for all of my camera equipment, I only buy these type cards, these Samsung Evo. These are the only SD cards that I buy. Well, I used to. Now I buy them SanDisk Ultra Plus, you know, micro SD cards. But I only buy those or the other ones. Let's see. I think I read that. I've used the earlier GoPro, the 2, 3, and 3 Plus without any relationship. Maybe because of the higher. Yeah. It's definitely when they. Yeah. It's when they went to 4K, and they started putting more demand through the software on the hardware, so the hardware couldn't handle it. It'd overheat, and they never changed the hardware. And I got so disenfranchised with GoPro that when they come out with the new shit, I didn't even care. I'm like, no, hell no, I'm done with GoPro. But I have heard from some of these other content creators good things about the DJI Osmo, the action camera. I just need something simple to shoot video on a boat. Yeah, I would say on your boat. Well, I would almost be inclined to kind of maybe say, like, look into the DJI Osmo Pocket, because the Pocket, well, no, because it's more of a close-up camera. Well, shit, so is the GoPros and stuff. But the Osmo, the Pocket, you can physically attach it to something, and it's got an integrated gimbal. Which is, to be honest with you, it's one of the reasons why I love this camera, because this camera has it's a gimbal, and you can set it up. It's this little guy, and plus too, it can record. It can record. It can record this way, like this. Okay, so you can flip it around where you record yourself, right? But it'll record 16:9, or you can flip the thing up and tell it to continue, and it'll film in 9:16. So you can film like short form content with it without having to do any editing. It'll record in the correct format. So I really like that. You know what I'm saying? And this thing right here, this camera is really nice. But the one thing that I can say about this is that it comes with, all kinds of attachments, and it comes with this stand, and you could actually set it down, and you can, like you can do with the gimbals, you can have it where it will actively track you. Like if you set it over here, and you're moving around, at least the camera, it'll track you. It'll actively track you. So I like stuff like that. And plus, you can also do small stuff, like you can horizon lock it, and all that kind of crap. So, I don't know. And plus, the camera looks really good. So. But to be honest with you, like all of the video I took when we were in Epic Universe in Florida, I did with this. And I just used a DJI. I used this gimbal right here from DJI. I used this gimbal so much that I had to charge it 3 times in one day because I used it so much filming. And I mean, I used the shit out of this thing. And it's awesome, because especially now, because that's a 5, I think, and I've got a 7, the newest one, and those gimbals are not that much money. They're only like $160, $170. But the kicker is when you get those gimbals, especially the new one, the app, the Mimo app that you use for DJI, is so good. It's really good. And it does so much, because the phone Bluetooths to the gimbal, and then you can control everything. Dude, it is so good. like the DJI gimbals for your phone. Because, you know, if you've got a relatively new phone, and dude, my phone's not even new. This is like a, what is this, like a 15, an iPhone 15 or something? It's definitely not the newest. It's like 2 generations old. But this thing takes awesome video. And when you pair it with a gimbal, yeah, this is a 15 Pro Max. But when you put it with that gimbal, bro, it is an awesome camera. Now, going underwater is different. Yeah, I've got a couple. If you're not using any of those, can I have one for time-lapse videos? I don't know, Firehawk. Man, you've been talking a lot of shit. I don't know, man. You've been up in here sounding a little bit like a hater, man. Like you drinking some haterade, man. You come into my chats, man. You choose violence. I don't know why. SanDisk is one of my go-to. Yeah. I like. It just depends, you know. Sometimes, but I don't deviate. I either buy SanDisk or Samsung. I don't buy any other, like the Lexar SD cards. I don't mess with them. I only buy Samsung or SanDisk. I used to use up to 3 GoPros on the boat. Almost nothing handheld except for one on a pole. I could use it to mount. I could rotate around. Yeah. See, my brother wanted one of the he wanted the 360 camera, the Insta360. He wanted to stick it to the roof of the truck when we're pulling Mardi Gras. You know what I'm saying? To film, to be able to. Because what's cool is, and I told him, because he didn't really understand how those cameras worked, and I said, well, what makes those cameras so cool is, yeah, if you put a suction cup on top of the truck, right, and put the camera up there, it's filming 360 degrees. So when you use Insta360's editing software, you can physically start playing the video, and at any point in the video, you can pan the camera all the way around at any point in the video, because as it's going, it's recording 360 degrees. So I thought about messing with that. You know what I'm saying? I thought about trying to get one of them Insta360 cameras, because them things to me look really cool. Underwater, another on a helm mount. Huh. Yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, it seems to me like, Mike, I'm going to have to talk to you about that at Mopar Fest. Yeah, the software is definitely what makes the gimbal special. Okay, Ed, you out of here? All right, hey, man, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you, buddy. Later, I started using my iPhone for some quick draw spur-of-the-moment videos. Yeah. Don't worry about others, just do it. Just do what, B-Dub? What are you talking about? No, you ain't hurting dude, I'm just talking shit, okay? There ain't nobody on here that can hurt my feelings. Well, except for the Buccaneer down there. And the only reason is because Mike Bandowski Buccaneers, he knows me in real life. So Mike there, he's a guy that knows me in real life. So he could hurt my feelings, but none of y'all can hurt my feelings. Hey, I disagree with companies that say that they're waterproof, or even when they say they're water resistant. I had no good experience with that. Electronics and water don't mix. Yeah, that's true. Well, like, dude, I can take y'all way back. I can take y'all way back to an old camera. Hey, you want to know how far back I go with cameras? Look at this. What you know about that? That's that old shotgun camera. What is this thing called? I don't even remember it. Dude, I've had this thing for a long freaking time. It's I don't even remember what the hell this thing was called. No, it's HDR AS15. But this was Sony's response for an action camera. I'm talking about, dude, this thing is probably 15 years old or more. Okay, it is not waterproof. All right. Okay, it had, and I've got it somewhere, dude. This thing had a absolutely ridiculous waterproof case that you put it in that made this thing 3 times this size, but it made it waterproof. You know what I'm saying? You see, I used to take this camera way back in the day. Okay, way back in the day. When I was really into RC racing. Okay, I used to race 8 scale nitro truggy, which was to me the funnest thing ever to race in RC, is to race 8 scale truggy, especially nitro, not electric. And so I always, I wanted to film my races, right? But my wife, and at the time, my oldest daughter was like 4 years old, and she's, oh my God, bro, that was 15 years ago, bro. That's crazy. That was 15 years ago. Okay, so shit, dude, I'm old. Or time flies, both, I guess. But I wanted a way to record my races. All right. So my wife would come with my oldest daughter when she was like 4, and they would hang out. But the races, dude, we wouldn't get done till like midnight. The mains would be like at 11 o'clock at night. Okay. Well, dude, my wife and daughter, they would long be gone. She would show up and take my camcorder, and she would film some of the races, but never the mains. So I bought this because I had this little mount. So I'd be up there looking like Predator, like I got the shoulder cannon, and basically whenever I moved like this, the camera would move, and so it would record, from the driver's stand. So this is what I used to use. And yeah, this thing was not made to record 50 feet away. So yeah, the footage, I still have all this footage. It just looks like ass. I wouldn't mind an underwater drone. What the hell isn't that a submarine? That's from 1995. ATF, how do you know that? How do you know this is from 1995? It's not from no 1995. Is it? No, it's not from no 1995. This has got to be from at least, what year is this? 26? I would say this is from probably 2012, something like that. I don't trust anyone promising waterproof out of the box. Yeah. Yeah, mine has a case for underwater vids. Well, now to be fair, GoPros, you can take GoPros. As long as you're not plugging anything externally into them, you can take GoPro and throw it off in the water and it's fine. Brad, I used to use the Kodak PlaySport. The Kodak PlaySport. I don't remember that. Now wait a minute now. If we're having a battle, if we're gonna have a death match of old recording equipment, hang on, I might be able to pull something out of my hat. Hang on. Hey, what you know about this? What you know about that right there, bro? That's 8mm right there, dog. That's an oldie but goodie right there. I still got this. I still have, dude. I have the batteries are all bad, and I can't get batteries for it. But I got the plate that hooks onto it that you can just plug it into the wall and use it. So I still have that. Boy, look at that. Look at that sophisticated screen right there, bro. check it out. I still got all the 8mm. I still got a shitload of 8mm tapes. Now that right there is from 1995. Because I was using that. I was filming with that around 1995. So yeah. And hey, before that, dude, I had a camcorder that didn't have a viewfinder. You held it and it had a screen that was about this big, right? And you held it with two hands. And the side that had the camera was your right hand, and you could pivot it. But the viewfinder was the screen. And I had that for a while before I got that one. And I used to dude, I took that camera, that camcorder that you didn't have to look through, that you just held it like this. I got in trouble at Leeds Castle in England because I was walking through the castle filming, and you weren't supposed to be filming. And on the tape, we were in the king and queen's chamber of the castle. And they got all these tapestries and, all this shit, And I'm sitting there filming, but I'm filming like this, I'm filming like this. I'm not doing like this. So, there's guards everywhere. And I guess that none of them just paid attention. So I'm walking around filming like this, and I'm just looking at the screen, I'm filming everything, and I'm looking around. And in the video, you can hear a guard hollering at me, going, sir, you can't film in here. And then I cut it off. And yeah, I got in trouble because I was filming where you weren't supposed to be filming in one of the castles in Europe. I have one of those somewhere and a bunch of tapes. I think the Play Sports were waterproof somewhat. Back when we used to dive the Keys, I used to Sea Life dive cameras. That's cool. No, I don't have one that used VCR tapes, but my aunt, because my aunt used to have one that took VCR tapes. It was one of them big bastards that you hooked around on your shoulder because it was so big. It was like thing was like this big. But yeah, she had one that used VCR tapes. I never had one. When I got into actual recording, it was 8mm was the format of choice. Need a Bedrock. What's a Bedrock 2000? What the hell is that? Oh, the bird on the stick that chisels on. Yeah. Okay, I got you. Yeah, that's from the Flintstones. Yeah, the Bedrock 2000. Yeah, that is funny because like when they were taking the picture. Yeah, and it was just like a woodpecker, like, and it carved it out on a slab of rock. Going way back, Sherman, I used to have a Kodak 110 flip, and a buddy of mine would make cheesy sci-fi movies on 8mm. Hey, one night we were doing a stream and we got talking about cell phones and shit. And bro, I went way back. Like I freaked people out, and I still got them sitting over here because I still had a Motorola StarTAC. How many of you guys remember Motorola StarTAC? Check out this old piece of shit. This is I don't even remember what the hell phone this is. It's an old Motorola phone from Verizon. But check this out. Check it out. How many of y'all had a BlackBerry? This right here, this BlackBerry was what I had. I went from this phone to a StarTAC. And of course, we had the bag phones. Like I had a Nokia bag phone. Where you had like the 5-watt booster that's mounted in the vehicle, and you had a little cradle for the phone. The car phone. When it was an actual car phone. When making a call in a car on a cellular phone was like $1 a minute. Hell, I remember I had a pager. Because my family, we always own businesses and stuff. And I remember when you could not get a pager. Like there were a couple shops open that sold beepers, right? You could not get one unless you were a lawyer, a doctor, or you owned a business. You had to come in with a business license. They wouldn't sell to just average walking around people, which to me was stupid. I never understood why. Why can't regular people just get a beeper? Like, who cares? And then obviously that didn't last very long. And then they opened the floodgates, and everybody could get a beeper. Everybody could get a pager. But I remember I had a. You could get them in big airports like Chicago O'Hare or Atlanta, going through Atlanta. What was that pager? Damn, what was that pager? Damn, SkyTel. Right? It was SkyTel. It was the pager that it was a lot bigger than a normal Motorola pager, but it had a big screen on it, and you could subscribe. You subscribe to SkyTel, and they would send you like sports scores and stuff. Like you could subscribe to it, and it would give you like game scores and stuff. And if you had that, you was the shit. Like if you walked around with a SkyTel pager and you had it paging you like sports scores and stuff, yeah, you was on a whole nother level, bro. Craig, you out? Yeah, I'm about to go too, man. It's 10 o'clock, man, on a Sunday night. I gotta go to work tomorrow. And let me see if my wife is still at her store. Like I said, they said that they called her and the refrigeration units were freaking out. Oh, she's still there. That's not good. Oh, man, I wonder if I need to get dressed and go help her. I think mine were mostly the cheap Motorola pagers. I had a lot of them. Hey, you remember when when Motorola, their little pagers, you could get them and they were different colors. They were like translucent, like blue and green and all that shit. I went through that phase too. Man, you done got me looking up Motorola pagers, man. Oh my God. Bro, that's awesome. I want some images of some Motorola pagers. Oh, yep, there's the Bravo. Yeah, there's the classic Bravo pager. Let's see. No, wait, let me put me up here. Yeah, check it out. There's the old Bravo. Man, everybody, that's the pager that they got you for when you went to the pager store, was the old Bravo. Yeah, I had this one right here, the Advisor 2. Yeah, I had that one right there. Ah, there we go. There's the translucent ones right there. I had some of them like that right there too. That were I had a blue one like that one right there in the back. Damn, dude, that right there brings back memories, bro. Right there. Cause I had one of them neon. I had one of them neon pagers, man. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. and I thought I was the cat's meow. Because all my buddies had this Bobo shit. They had the Bravo right there. They had that one right there. And I rolled up with my pager out, and I got this one right here, this cool one. I had that blue one right there. Yeah, let me look up. What is this vintage? What is that? Let me see. Is this going to show me like all the pagers? Show me the big sky. I want to see the big SkyTel pager. Because I like that pager. Like that was a really cool pager. Damn, boy, that brings back memories, man. God, dog. Damn devil technology. So let me look up. Let me look up. Hang on. Yeah, SkyTel pager. There we go. Uh-oh. See, I don't remember my SkyTel pager looking like any of these, man. Mine look different. Huh, that's weird. Because I remember my SkyTel pager having a really big screen on it for some reason. But then again, that was a long damn time ago, man. I got a bad memory. Oh, there it is. There it is right there. There we go. Never mind, I found it. That's it right there. That's that big old SkyTel pager, because it had to have all these buttons and shit on it, because you could. SkyTel had a service that you subscribe to, and it would feed you all kinds of data, text data, and you had to be able to scroll through it. So yeah, it was a big old pager like that right there. It's cool. It's a cool pager, man. Again, if you had that, man, you was the shit. Okay, so my wife is not. There's crisis is averted, and she says they're about to leave right now. Sweet. Awesome. All right, so crisis averted at the Aldi. Yeah, my wife is coming home. Sweet. Awesome. Yeah, the old Bravo. And careful looking at vintage items, you might find a pic of yourself. Hell no, there ain't gonna be no picture of me on there. You're going to have some neat old stuff at Mopar Fest this year? Oh, nice. Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm you know what? I may bring my truck to Mopar Fest just for the hell of it. Because I've got my black truck. I got a really cool, I've been doing a lot of stuff to it. Like I deleted it, put a bunch of crap on it. But I got a really cool Cervini 4-inch cowl hood that right now my buddy's got it at his body shop, and he's gonna paint the underside, and then we're gonna fit it to make sure there's no, which it's Cervini, so there's probably not gonna be an issue. And I can't wait to get that hood on my truck, man, because it looks so good. It looks so good. Matter of fact, here, I'll give you a little preview. I'll show you what it looks like. Because when you go to Cervini's website, there's actually a black 4th gen truck that looks just like mine. Look at that. Well, I mean, not just like mine, but look at that hood, bro. Look at that big old cow hood. Don't that look mean as shit? I love that, bro. That hood is so ballin'. That is so cool looking. That hood just looks tough. Bro, I can't wait. Oh, man, I can't wait to get that hood on my truck. Shit, now I'm looking at it, man, that truck looked green. I thought it was black. That don't look like no damn black. That look green. I'm colorblind, yo. That shit is green. I thought that truck was black. All right, well, never mind. Yeah, dude, I can't wait to get that hood on the truck. Oh, I can't wait. because it has that big old riser on it, man. Because I'm thinking about doing a compound turbo on the truck. You know what I'm saying? Can't wait. Excited. No, I'm pretty sure, Mike. I'm pretty sure that if she got there and the freezers were down, she would have been texting me to come help her, and I would have went to go help her. But she was at the store today doing some stuff, and she got an alert from the freezer and the cooler, and she called a repair guy, and they came today, and they did. I guess they went up there with a wrench and like beat on the on the condenser on the roof or something, and I guess they said they fixed it. Back, you're still here? What you talking about? Take your ass back to the porch. We ain't got time for you 556. You sell out. Left us for the damn porch. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Yeah, the only reason why I'm still here is because my wife she's on her way home now. But yeah, if my wife had been here the whole time now, I would have been off. I'd have done shut it down. But my wife is just now leaving. She's just now leaving. So there was no crisis at her store. So she's on her way home. So yeah, I'm going to have to shut it down. Alright, Mike. Yeah, peace out, man. Hey, I appreciate you for jumping on, man, and hanging out. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting up with you at Mopar Fest. Because we will be there, man. In full force. With all the Mopars. I don't know how there's 13 people here still. That's, man, people. Who all's here? How do I see who is actually here? Like, isn't there a way for me to see like all the people that are physically in the chat? Excuse me. I'm so sorry. What's a Mopar? A Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram vehicle. Okay, so the fuck, man? All you damn dirty ass lurkers, man. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves, man. Mike, you got to watch out for 556 Media. He's a jackass. First tack pack will be here Thursday. EMT. So, wait a minute. So, this is your first foray into tack pack? Now, did you do the subscription, or did you buy one of the buffoonery like special boxes? What did you do? Did you hear about the grain silo incident? What the hell's the grain silo incident? What happened? You're a certified jackass? Certified by who? Grain? What you gonna make me Google? You gonna make me Google some shit that I don't want to see? Okay, you did the subscription? Okay. Grain... What'd you say? Grain silo incident? What happened? In Philadelphia? Two men were trapped in a grain tank while trying to loosen a clogged auger. What? One rescued, one found deceased after grain bin incident on Delaware farm. Oh, bro. You ain't gonna put me in there with no auger. Hell no. Is that what you're talking about? This dude that tried to... He said the shitter was full. And they tried to get him out. Oh, I ain't doing none of that. Nope. That's a job for somebody else, not me. No confined space rescue. Grain silos love to blow. How do they blow up? How does a grain silo blow up? Like, you talking about like the structural integrity fail and it just like collapses, or? Yeah, Bridgeville, Delta, yeah. It happened 66, dude, somebody that was 66 years old, man, that guy should have known better. 66-year-old dude ain't got no business doing that kind of shit. I wouldn't even do that, and I'm only 51. Nope, literal explosion. But yeah, what? How does it explode though? Fine grain dust is like gun. Really? Contents catch fire quickly due to friction in the silo. Flour and grain dust is highly explosive, just needs a spark. No shit. How the hell are all of y'all grain experts? What is going on here? How the hell do all y'all know about grain silos? Dude, I don't know shit about no grain silo. I know about sandblasting media. That's about the only dust I know about. Flour and grain dust is highly explosive. Really? Dude, all I know about explosion is some tannerite. It's dusty every day no matter how much or how clean we leave it. Yeah, dude, throw a bag of flour on your deck in your kitchen with a candle lit. AP flour very volatile and combustible and powdered sugar. What? Look, man, all of y'all sound sketchy as shit. I ain't know nothing about no exploding grain, bro. This sounds like a conversation we shouldn't be having. I'm just saying. Y'all, this is gonna get me in trouble. Y'all gonna get me put on some kind of list. Steel dust is carcinogenic. Apparently, man. Apparently, we just, hey, man, let's talk about some fucking exploding corn, man. All of a sudden, all y'all are like, what? Yeah, I want to get in on this. What the hell? Well, I'm on, dude. The ATF has all my stuff, so I'm on some list. Okay. I don't know if they watching, but I'm on some list. Shit, my wife made that joke. She's like, "Well, I don't want to do this, that, or the other because it it might get us on a list where they be watching. And I told her, I said, baby, the time for that's long gone. I said, you do understand that, you know, having a Class 3 SOT, I'm on every list that the government's got. You're a chemical engineer by schooling? That's cool, Skibby. I'm a structural. I do structural engineering work. It's insane how many companies don't listen to the safety guy to save a buck. Well, Skibby, from multiple different vantage points, I can tell you, you have no idea. We have guys in our industry, the industry that we do, that we operate in, is the it's the resin industry, you know. You know, and we come across this all the time. You know, with phenolic resin users, you know, they try to use UL 142 tanks to put a Class 1 Division 2 flammable material inside a building, which is illegal, federally illegal. And, you know, you start telling them about, you know, hey man, you know, your federal fire marshal comes in here, they don't care. They'll pump a Class 1 Division 2 flammable with a diaphragm pump. They don't care. They don't give a shit. We see so much illegal stuff in our... And don't even get me started about petrochem. There's so much shit that goes on in petrochem, it's not even funny. Ghost Scout, when am I streaming next? Bro, I have no idea. I have no idea. Alright. Everybody's leaving me now. It is 10:30 on a damn Sunday night. And for y'all, some of y'all, it's 11:30. So yeah. I'm gonna hop off here, man. I ain't gonna keep you guys no longer, man. Hey, it's been fun talking to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. I love all of you. There you go, 556. EMT wants to meet up and have a drink, bro. Hey, 556, if you meet up with EMT, man, take a picture and send it to me. I'm trying to see if somebody's gonna like come to Tallahassee when I go to Infinity Con. Because I'm going to Infinity Con in Tallahassee. Oh, sorry. There was like one or two people that were in this chat. Somebody lives in damn Tallahassee. And someone else said they were close to Tallahassee. And they said they'd go to Infinity Con. I'm going to go to Infinity Con in Tallahassee in July 11th and 12th. I'm going to go. I have got to figure out who the hell it was that said that one person said they lived there, one person said they were really close. And they said that if I go, they'll meet up. And I said, I'm going to go. And I am. I'm going to go. I'm going to get a hotel room. And I'm going. So hopefully I get to meet at least somebody off the internet. So yeah. For the life of me, I can't remember who the hell it was. All right, anyway, I'm out of here. I can't do it no more. My wife's on her way home. Or actually, she just texted me and said that the baby fleeced her for going to IHOP. So right now, they're in IHOP eating, which is really going to make my oldest daughter really, really mad because my oldest daughter really loves IHOP. Let's all meet up. Hell yeah, man. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Let's all meet up, but y'all come to me. That's the coolest meetup ever. Y'all come to me. Or everybody just plan a vacation in Orlando and we'll all meet up at Epic Universe. Dude, that would be amazing. That would be amazing, man, to have like 20 or 30 of you guys all meet up at Epic Universe. Dude, that would be a fucking blast. Because I'm going to tell you this. Y'all think that I'm a kid like here? You ought to see me in a theme park. Bro, I'm a damn kid in a theme park. Dude, I had to cuss out one of my friends because they wouldn't get with the program in a theme park. Because I am a kid when I go to a theme park. And I have the time of my life. Dude, I have the greatest time, man, when I go to Disney or Universal Studios. Absolutely love it. Which is why I buy lottery tickets. I buy lottery tickets, man, because I want to win one of these big jackpots. Because I'm telling you, I got a house in Florida that I want to buy in Orlando. Yeah, God says be like children. Absolutely. Because that's the best way to live. Carefree. No stress, no anxiety. It's the best way. Love it. Like, I don't even answer my phone. Like, when I go on vacation, when I go to Disney or Universal, I tell everybody, call me all you want. Phone's not going to get answered. Not going to happen. ATF, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you, and don't take this the wrong way. But that hurts my feelings. That you never been to those places. Because you're missing out, bro. Like Epic Universe was so fun. You know, because I'm a Nintendo fan. So they got a Super Nintendo World. And then, you know, they got another Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Ministry of Magic. It's amazing. The Legacy Monsters Land is cool as shit. The How to Train Your Dragon, you know, land is phenomenal. It's awesome, dude. I could be me and my wife, okay? Me and my wife could be insanely happy if we lived in Orlando and we could go to a theme park like 3 times a week. Like, that's the ideal retirement for me. Like, that's what I want to do. I would never get bored, ever, of going to a theme park. And a lot of people say, oh, well, you know, if you were down there, you know, it ain't no big deal, and you could go down there and you'd get tired of it. No, I wouldn't. I absolutely would not. I would not get tired of it. Not one bit.
Your partner's back hurts because their hips are stuck.
Okay, your partner's back hurts because their hips.
Back has to compensate. If you massage your partner's glutes and low back like this, their hips will relax, which takes pressure off the low back.
My wife just sent me the weirdest reel. You think my wife is trying to tell me something? This is what my wife just sent me. She just sent me this right here. It seems like my wife is trying to send me some subtle hints about what I'm supposed to do to her tonight. I guess I'm gonna be massaging somebody's butt tonight. I guess. God dang. You been to Disney World one time? God dog, bro. Man. Yeah. Because you know a woman don't send you nothing like that just out of the blue. She sends you shit like that because she's saying, hey, this is what you need to be doing. So she gonna come home telling me, hey, massage my butt. You know how that story ends, don't you? You know, you be massaging them butt cheeks, and then all of a sudden she says, hey, you ain't gotta pull my pants down to massage my butt. What are you doing? I say, well, you know, hey, you jumped on this train. This is what you got to do. Hey, man. Hey, don't blame me, man. That's what my wife just... You heard my phone go off. That's the link my wife just sent me. This is what I got to put up with in my own house, man. I get used like I'm just a piece of meat. It's disgusting. Yeah, EMT, that's true. You know, you get her a little too relaxed, man, and she blows the doors off. She cuts one of them big old farts, you know. And you know what's funny about that? Them farts, almost, it doesn't deter the mission. The mission must continue. Just saying. I will not be deterred. All right, guys. I gotta go. Apparently, I need to go take a gummy. Apparently, I gotta massage my wife's butt when she gets home. Apparently. Ugh. It's a speed bump, not a stop sign. That's what I'm talking about, bro. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly EMT. You know what I'm talking about. Look, 556. We talking about breaking a little wind, man. Not shitting a turd out. Okay. That's a big difference. That's a whole nother video. All right. I'm just saying. Oh my God. What are y'all doing? How in the hell is there still 13 people here? Okay, wait a minute. YouTube says there's 9 people. Streamlabs saying 13. Somebody is lying. One of these programs is not telling me the truth. All right, brother. Peace. Yeah. Hey, man, y'all be cool, bro. Like I said, I am trying to finish up this review of this Browie solar generator. I'm gonna be working on it. I'm going to be working on finishing it tomorrow. So hopefully I'll get that video knocked out. And then I've got a Hunt Vault Elite back here that I got to do, and I'm actually planning on doing some content just for Rumble, because you know it's stuff I can't show over here. So I'm gonna be working on some of that. I know I've been saying that for like 2 years, but I promise something like that's coming. I promise one of these days. All right, hey guys, y'all have a good one, man. I'm out of here, bro. Enjoy getting ready to go to bed. You know, take a gummy if you got them. All that good stuff. Hey, I love all you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me. I really greatly appreciate all of you. And with that, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys here not too long. Very soon. You'll see me again before you know it. Pretty soon you'll be asking yourselves, why in the hell am I watching this guy so much? Well, you don't want to do that. Send you a gummy? What state you live in, ATF? What state? What state do you reside? Because, to be honest with you, I've got 2 companies, because technically, where the state I'm in Alabama, I'm not supposed to be able to get them, and they still send them. Texas, no, you're good, bro. You're good, ATF. You can order them yourself, man. Texas is good to go, bro. I'm not struggling. Yeah, I can't go without my gummies, man. I can't do it. I tried, I can't. They help me sleep. They help with my stress and my anxiety and all that crap. So yeah. All right, guys. The gummy. Well, here, hang on a second. Hang on. Let's see. I'll give you one. I'll give you one that I've got that's coming. That is supposed to be really good. Let's see. Check that out, ATF. And the only thing that I will say is don't mess with the Delta 8. Just go straight to Delta 9. Because I don't mess with Delta 8. Just Delta 9. So yeah. You can check that out. And Cheech and Chong. Cheech and Chong, hemp. Go there. You can get the cruise chews, space chews. They're really good. But like I said, Delta 9. No Delta 8. Just strictly Delta 9. Alright, yo. I'm out of here. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's night, man. And I will see y'all guys on the next one. And like I said, it won't be too long. You guys will see me pretty soon. Alright, good night. Love you guys. I'm out of here. Peace out.